Hello and welcome to another lesson from Level Up Mathematics. In today's lesson, we will be adding and subtracting integers. Let's look at the rules for adding integers first. So when you're adding integers, there's two things that could happen. Either both the signs are the same, either they're both negative or both positive, or you could have signs that are different, a positive and a negative. So if the signs are the same, you're simply going to add the numbers and keep the original sign. So for example, if you have 4 plus 8, that's positive 4 plus positive 8, you add them up. The original sign was positive, so your answer is positive. In our second example, we have negative 3 plus negative 7. And I know that when I add 3 and 7, I get 10. And the original sign was negative, so my answer is negative. Now, if your signs are different, if one of them's positive and one of them's negative, you simply subtract the two numbers and keep the sign of the larger. So, for example, if I have negative 4 plus 8, one of my numbers is negative and one's positive, so they have different signs. So I subtract them. So 8 minus 4 is 4. And then I want to go with the sign of the larger, which in that case would be 8, and it's positive. So my answer is positive 4. In our second example, I have negative 9 plus 3. Because the signs are different, I subtract them. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Then I want to go with the sign of the larger, and it's negative. So I know that negative 9 plus 3 would be negative 6. So in example 1, we're going to find each sum using these rules. So remember, same signs add, different signs subtract. So in example 1, it says find each sum, and in problem A, we have negative 8 plus 6. So the signs are different, so we subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Then we want to go with the sign of the larger, which in this case is negative. All right, problem B, negative 10 plus 55. Signs are different, so we subtract. 55 minus 10 is 45. Then we're going to go with the sign of the larger, which in this case is positive. All right, problem C, negative 12 plus negative 14. The signs are the same, so we add them up. 12 plus 14 is 26. And then you go with the original sign, which was negative. So negative 26. All right, I want you to try problem D on your own. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you realized that the signs were different, so you subtracted them, and you went with the sign of the larger. So negative 25 plus 18 is negative 7. All right, example 2, find each sum. And in problem A, we have 12 plus negative 10 plus negative 3 plus 8. Now, when I have more than two numbers that I want to find the sum of, I like to group the like terms together. So I want to put the positives together in one parenthesis, and then I'll put the negatives together in the other parenthesis. All right? To me, this just makes it a little bit easier to add. So I know that 12 plus 8 is 20. And I know that negative 10 plus negative 3 is negative 13. And then I just have to find the sum of those two numbers. Well, since the signs are different, I'm going to subtract them. 20 minus 13 is 7. And I want to go with the sign of the larger, which is positive. So my answer here would be positive 7. Pause the video and try problem B on your own. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. What I did was I grouped up the positives, which was 6 and 28. Then I grouped up the negatives. I added 6 plus 28, and I got 34. Then I added negative 18 and negative 22 and got negative 40. Now I want to find that sum. Well, because the signs are different, I'll subtract. 40 minus 34 is 6. And I'll go with the sign of the larger, which is negative. Now, when we're subtracting sign numbers, you're going to first begin by rewriting the problem as addition of the opposite. So you rewrite every subtraction problem as an addition problem. Then follow the rules for addition. Now, here's what this means. If you have -6 minus 8, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite that minus sign as addition of the opposite. So keep the first number the same, -6, change the minus to a plus, and change the sign on the +8. So the opposite of +8 is -8. So -6 minus 8 can be rewritten as -6 plus -8. Then you follow the addition rules, which says if the signs are the same, you add them up and keep the original sign. All right. In our next example, we have 4 minus -6. So here's our subtraction symbol. I want to rewrite this as an addition problem. So I keep the first number the same, 4 stays the same. The minus or the subtraction becomes addition, and then I take the opposite of -6, which would be +6. So 4 minus -6 becomes 4 plus 6, which equals 10. All right, example 3. Rewrite the expression below using only addition and then evaluate. So what I want to do is I want to look at the problem and see where my subtraction signs are. So I have -14 minus 5 plus 8 minus -12. So I want to highlight my subtraction symbols here. Before I can work this problem, I have to rewrite this problem as addition of the opposite. So remember, you keep your first number the same, -14. The minus becomes a plus. The +5 becomes -5. So addition of the opposite. The +8 doesn't need to be rewritten because it's already addition. Then the minus -12, remember we're going to rewrite this as addition of the opposite. So subtraction becomes addition. -12 becomes +12. And you don't even have to put that little positive right there if you don't want to. All right, once you've rewritten that set of numbers as an addition problem, then you can group the positives together. So we have 8 plus 12. Then group your negatives together. And that would be 8 plus 12 is 20. -14 plus -5 is -19. And then here we're adding 20 plus -19. The signs are different, so I subtract. And I want to take the sign of the larger, which is positive. So this would be +1. All right, example 4. Rewrite each of the following as a sum and then evaluate. So the first thing I want to do is see where are my subtraction signs. Well, I have one there, and one there. So to work this problem, I have to rewrite it as an addition of the opposite. So the first number stays the same, 8. The minus, the subtraction becomes addition. The +3 becomes -3. So addition of the opposite. Then we have plus -2. That's already addition, so I don't do anything to that. Then I have -10. That needs to become plus -10. Then we have minus -4. That needs to become plus +4. So addition of the opposite. Now I want to group my positives together. 8 plus 4. Then I'll group my negatives together. So 8 plus 4 gives me 12. -3 plus -2 is -5. -5 plus -10 would give me -15. Now I have different signs, so I subtract and take the sign of the larger. So -3. All right. In problem B, we have -6 minus 14 plus 7 minus -3. All right, what I want you to do is pause the video and rewrite this as an addition of the opposite and then find the value of the expression. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. I kept the first number the same. I changed -14 to plus negative 14. I left the plus 7 the same because it was already addition. And then the minus negative 3 became plus positive 3. So I rewrote it as an addition of the opposite problem. Then I put my two positive numbers together and my two negative numbers together. So 7 plus 3 was 10. Negative 6 plus negative 14 was negative 20. Now, because I'm adding two numbers that have different signs, I subtract and take the sign of the larger. So negative 10. All right, example 5. Which of the following sums is not equal to negative 4? So let's look at A. We have negative 9 plus 5. The signs are different, so we subtract, take the sign of the larger. B, negative 12 plus 8. The signs are different, so we subtract, take the sign of the larger. C, 11 plus negative 7. That would be 11 minus 7 is 4. Take the sign of the larger, be positive 4. And then 4 plus negative 8. Different signs, subtract, take the sign of the larger. So the only one that was not equal to negative 4 was answer choice C. Example 6. Which of the following sums would have a result that is positive? So in problem A, we have 328 plus negative 462. The sign of the larger is negative, so this would be negative sum. B, negative 2.71 plus 2.675. The negative 2.71 is larger, so that would have a negative sum. Negative 18 plus 18, they're both the same, so that would just be 0. And then 522 plus negative 478. If we take the sign of the larger, this one would be positive. So answer choice D. All right, example 7. Which of the following would not give the same answer as 7 minus 12? Pause the video and try this problem on your own. All right, welcome back. Well, I know 7 minus 12 is the same thing as 7 plus negative 12 because I want to rewrite it as addition of the opposite. Now I'm adding two numbers with different signs, so I subtract them and take the sign of the larger. So 7 minus 12 is simply negative 5. All right, so let's look at our answer choices. In A, 7 plus negative 12. That would be negative 5. Then we have 7 minus negative 12. Well, I have to rewrite that as addition of the opposite. So that would be 19. Problem C, negative 12 plus 7. Subtract and take the sign of the larger. Here, work the parentheses first. 12 minus 7 is 5. So we have which of the following would not give the same answer as 7 minus 12? Well, the only answer choice is B, 7 minus negative 12. And that concludes today's lesson, adding and subtracting integers.